Wilderness is often the most common terrain in Battle Royale maps. Its open layout and clear visibility make it ideal for mid to long-range firefights. However, it tends to offer fewer tactical options and a more monotonous visual experience.
In contrast, cities offer a richer spatial hierarchy and greater architectural complexity, which also makes tactical choices much more diverse. You can engage in gunfights from high floors, move around at ground level, flank using staircases, or launch surprise attacks by rappelling down ropes. You can even leap straight off a 100-meter-tall building. We believe that this unpredictable, multi-dimensional battlefield will offer more enjoyable tactical gameplay and greater replayability. That's why we designed Nextara, a brand new battlefield themed around a modern metropolis. The most distinctive stronghold, of course, is the main downtown area at the center of the map, where a variety of unique buildings are located.
Here stands the city center, designed with a dignified, symmetrical layout. Its marble facade and broad steps embody the sense of authority and solemnity typical of government buildings. Like Catcher Plaza, the commercial center of the city features bright glass walls and eye-catching billboards, evoking the sleek prosperity of a near-future cityscape. The Boho Quarter, on the other hand, goes for a younger, street-style look with graffiti-painted walls and asymmetrical structures. The Nextara Center is a sleek building with futuristic vibes. We carefully incorporated high-tech elements into its design, like holographic projections and rotating digital screens. The Wonder Nextara Hotel, one of the map's most recognizable and iconic landmarks, combines white curtains with teal crystals for a striking visual effect. These varied and purpose-built structures come together to form a cityscape that's full of depth and complexity. We didn't stop at the exteriors. We also wanted players to fully feel, experience, and immerse themselves in the unique theme of each carefully designed space while moving indoors. When designing the Muse bookstore, we chose warm, inviting wooden interiors and soft, ambient lighting, complemented by soothing piano music. The original intention behind designing this arcade was to take everyone back to the era of the 1980s. We centered our concept around classic arcade games, paired with 8-bit electronic beats to recreate that retro world where pixels and neon intertwine. As for the interior lobby of Wonder Nextara Hotel, we adopted an Art Deco style, using metal and marble to create a sense of luxury. Carefully designed lighting and spacious, multi-level areas allow guests to naturally immerse themselves in this elegant and lavish space as soon as they enter. But to achieve this level of meticulous detail, we first had to overcome a significant challenge during the development and iteration process. How could we efficiently and quickly adjust the road layout to better suit the evolving gameplay needs? During the process of map development, it's common to adjust road layouts or even redesign an entire area's structural configuration based on comprehensive playtest results. If we had to manually redo the entire road system every single time we made a change, the resulting workload would be absolutely enormous. To solve this problem, the technical team developed a TCG road generation solution. Designers only need to specify the route, and the system can automatically generate roads that comply with traffic rules. Whether it's curved shoulders or intersections, it can accurately recognize and generate the corresponding road structures. We also added additional decal details on top of the generated roads, including scuff marks, surface wear, and directional signs, to make the roads feel more natural, realistic, and lifelike for players exploring the map.
But all of this is just the foundation. What really matters in map design is whether we can provide everyone with a great gameplay experience. So, what challenges does designing a big city present for our gameplay? In Battle Royale games, the core strategy often revolves around accumulating advantages, such as resource and positional advantages. However, if the advantages of a certain stronghold become too concentrated, it can easily turn into a deadly black hole for the entire map. Balancing these advantages is absolutely crucial. So, when designing, we follow an important principle, the triangle balance of poise. The three corners of this triangle are resources, looting, and rotation. A fat stronghold can produce a large quantity of high-quality loot. A stronghold that's easy to loot offers high looting efficiency, with resources concentrated and convenient looting routes. A stronghold that's easy to move through is good for rotations, offering multiple routes that make it easier to escape the zone or execute strategic maneuvers, thus gaining a geographical advantage. A stronghold can be fat, easy to loot, or easy to rotate through, but it can't have all three at once. Otherwise, it would deal a serious blow to the map's long-term appeal and strategic variety. So, this brings us to the design challenge of the central district of Nextara. This modern city naturally needs to be large enough in scale, and since it's located at the center of the map, it's only logical that it would have abundant resources and convenient rotations. Therefore, we specifically controlled the concentration of loot in the central district. But as compensation, we have retained and even enhanced the features of abundant resources and convenient rotations, encouraging everyone to stay and engage rather than just loot and scoot. We designed the building interiors with complex layouts and vertical depth. Outside, open plazas and streets connect major landmarks, allowing resources to be spread more evenly for replayability and strategic depth. But the triangular balance of poise is just one of the issues that needs to be addressed. I'm sure you've often encountered this situation. When running from the blue zone, you gradually end up moving toward the center of the map. This happens because the safe zone keeps shrinking, and the movement routes shaped by the map's topology often make the central area a transfer hub and a hotspot for combat. So, to make sure that a multi-team brawl doesn't quickly turn into a deadly black hole, we needed a more carefully balanced map. To achieve this, we created a discrete internal layout for the central city area. It's divided into zones of different levels and functions, each separated from the others and relatively self-contained. This means multiple squads can engage in their own intense fights within these zones without interfering with each other. We carefully designed, refined, and tested how each zone connects and functions. Some areas have supplies and can serve as transfer points. Some take advantage of terrain and can be used as strongholds, while others are dangerous and require players to move through quickly. We hope that through these designs, while enriching combat strategies, we can minimize large-scale chaotic battles as much as possible, allowing the city to accommodate enough player teams and become a transportation hub for their movements. In order to give everyone more strategic options during battles, we first need to ensure that these foundational designs are communicated clearly. This means we need to put effort into the readability of the level. As early as the initial whitebox design phase, we tried our best to avoid things like dead ends and counterintuitive routes in the specific spatial layout. For example, the partition buildings are arranged in strips, so it's like walking around an amusement park. You can wander freely or navigate purposefully to a specific location, moving smoothly along different routes. Additionally, there are no recessed structures on either side of any street, which avoids the bad experience of being forced to backtrack due to dead ends. To make everyone's pathfinding more intuitive, we've put a lot of effort into enhancing the guidance. To achieve this, we developed a clear visual language for guidance. This system includes interconnected roads, a road network, visual hierarchies of buildings, and eye-catching signs at key intersections, all helping you quickly determine your orientation and plan your next move.
These interconnected road networks not only allow people to move smoothly within the city center, but also serve as vital arteries linking the city to its surrounding areas. In our stories, Nextara was once a cutting-edge metropolis dedicated to researching ether technology. However, after a catastrophic event caused severe pollution, all residents were forced to evacuate. To align with this backstory, we've created a range of unique ecological zones in addition to the central district, adding richness and variety to the entire environment. The crash of the NCS Voyager serves as the narrative starting point for Nextara's story. To reflect that, we designed the shipwreckage with its massive hull lodged in rocky cliffs and sand, using the surrounding devastation to create a sense of abandonment and decay. Take the Mega Factory for example. At its center stands a colossal, half-built robot. We deliberately left it unfinished to invite questions about its true purpose and bring a sense of mystery to the area. Then there's the drilling platform in the snowy mountains. Designed to look like a red steel beast, this huge structure tears into the snow. We wanted to create a visual contrast, showing industrial power ripping through the purity of nature. In contrast, Wonder Garden was designed to offer a different experience altogether. Here, artificial structures wrap around a towering ancient tree, with natural spring water forming winding streams throughout the area. This vibrant zone showcases a unique vision of technology, living in harmony with nature. Each ecological zone has unique terrain and architecture, offering diverse combat and tactical options. And this variety stretches across the entire map, from high mountains to deep valleys, with a total elevation difference of 260 meters. That's why verticality became one of the defining features of this battlefield. But large elevation differences can easily lead to balance issues and frustrating gameplay. How exactly did we avoid it? In the northern part of Nextara, for example, we used classic corner-based terrain design to separate closely connected high and low strongholds. This thoughtful terrain design not only separates elevation levels, but also blocks direct lines of sight between them. High ground naturally offers better views and firing lines. To keep it balanced, we designed high ground strongholds like open basins, more exposed with plenty of possible routes for enemies to approach and swiftly launch attacks. Meanwhile, lower ground strongholds offer more escape routes and movement options, giving players greater tactical flexibility and significantly reducing the risk of getting trapped. We've also introduced exciting new mechanics like the rat cannon and mega rail to ease movement between high and low grounds, while giving players clearer objectives for more thoughtful tactical decision-making. Our goal with these designs is to create a more dynamic, engaging, and balanced battlefield.
We also hope that through these intricate designs and thoughtful touches, every player can truly feel and experience the unique charm and atmosphere of this vibrant city while playing.
We also hope that during combat, everyone can better explore and navigate this modern, multi-layered city.
Farlight 84's global relaunch is finally here. Explore the vast, immersive world of Nextara and share your thoughts with us. We're building even better, more unique maps with your help, ideas, and valuable feedback.